It don't matter how we make things right. 'Cause when I'm with you, yeah, I know everything will be alright. When I'm with you, everything will be alright. When I'm with you. When I'm with you. It don't matter where we go. It don't matter if we lose it all. 'Cause when I'm with you, yeah, I know everything will be alright. It don't matter if we fall down into the darkest place we know. 'Cause when I'm with you, yeah, I know everything will be alright. When I'm with you. When I'm with you, everything will be alright. When I'm with you, everything will be alright. When I'm with you. When I'm with you.
I try to pray for you, even when it's nothing. You always make up something. You know I try to pray for you, even when we're touching. You always make up something. Okay, don't touch my picture. I'm trying to pay for it. You get me greater. I try to pray for you. I try to pray for you. I try to pray for you. I pray for you, for you, for you. I pray for you, for you. I pray for you, for you. I try to pray for you, even when there's nothing. You always make up something. You know I try to pray for you, even when we're touching. You always make a fuss. Okay, I'm tripping. Don't test my patience. I'm trying to pace it. You kept me waiting. I try to pray for you. Okay, I'm pacing. If you're not wake us, you test my patience. I try to pray for you. For you, for you. I try to pray for you. I try to pray for you. I try to pray for you. I pray for you, for you, for you. I try to pray for you, for you, for I try to pray for you. I try to pray for you. For you. I try to pray for you. For you. For you. I try to pray for you. We run in circles, running round. Chase the light, we're rolling but on the go. That high, we're alone, are we taking all in front of us? That high, could we know it was all along on the side? We should read between the lines, now we're on the right way to go. That high, we're not alone, oh, we are not out alone.
Hold your breath and hold me tight. Listen with your mind. My eyes are sharp like your blade. Drive your mind insane. Drive your mind insane.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome back to another Valhallan Camp Hill live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Thursday night, so you know what that means. I'm excited, you're excited, and we get to watch some top tier Valorant. And of course, we know this match, a little bit of history, a little bit of a rivalry going on. Obviously, we have VHCH Smite versus Affinity. This is a match of legends. This is a match that continues, the history and the legacy continues to develop every single time we play these guys. So honestly, it'll be really interesting to see how it goes. You know, this is it's a tough match. You know, typically we struggle against Affinity. I don't think we've been able to knock off a win from them yet, but this is the night we're hoping to turn that around. You know, a lot of Smite, they're ready to go, they're locked in, and hopefully we'll be able to steal a win. But no discredit to Affinity. Obviously, this is a very good team. Coach Ben has actually gotten to chat with not only their coach but some of their kids as well, and really they're just a great program up there. So always a little friendly banter, but it's always great to see that competition and just that the kids just get to have fun and play the game, and that's of course what we want the most. So so let me introduce to you the roster a little bit tonight. So of course we have the regulars. We have Atlee, aka 4-Slot Toaster. We have Evie, aka Animal Team, and we have Evan, aka Thunder. But making her not new return, but her kind of consistent return back into the roster, we have Cerebral Ray, aka Lynn. And making his return back into the roster, someone that we've seen bounce around quite a little bit now, is Eric, aka Penguin. And this is a roster that we expect to fight against this Affinity game. Honestly, if there's ever a game that I would predict would go the distance, it's gonna be this game. I'm currently just waiting for them to get in the lobby here, so just a couple minutes, but obviously very excited to see how this game goes. No one from Affinity in the lobby quite yet, so still currently waiting on them to join up. But again, I'm excited. I love watching these Valorant games. Obviously, I have a lot of connection with players on the team, and really just love to watch Valorant. Love to get to talk to you guys about Valorant. Some of you guys probably know that I am the Rocket League coach, but Valorant is probably my favorite esport to watch. Some of that is honestly just biased because I have a lot of friends that play it and that kind of stuff, but it's just so interesting. There's so much action going on. There's so much to miss. There's so much to watch, and it's just a fun, cool game to get to watch, and luckily I'm able to cast it for you guys. So I'm very excited to see what we are going to witness tonight. We have Smite being on attack first, and we're on map Lotus. And now the real history of this match is not only the fact that it's gone back numerous times and it's been tough games, close games every single time, but really is look forward. You're gonna play tonight. Realistically, no matter the outcome, they're probably gonna play again next week, so we'll probably get to see this exact same matchup next week. And then there's a good chance that we will get to see this same matchup in the finals. So, potentially 3 times in one season? I think yes. Surely Smite, even if they don't win tonight, is going to be craving, hungry, and just absolutely want that win. And hopefully they'll be able to sneak it out. Hopefully they'll be able to sneak it out all 3 times and be able to claim a banner. But obviously, that's a little easier for me to say than it is for them to do. Of course, very excited. And no one joining up quite yet, so just still another couple minutes while we wait for Affinity to join the lobby. But I have a feeling. Guys, give me 1 second here. Just to... All right, and they are officially joining the lobby here. And very quickly, everybody gets in the lobby, just waiting for their final player. And honestly, now that they are getting in, could be going any second now. Just again, waiting for that final one. And again, there's a lot of opportunity for this Affinity team to play against the Smite team. I hope you guys are excited. Hopefully you guys don't get bored of watching these matches. Hopefully they're close, because we're going to see a lot of matches hopefully, again, of these two teams go at it. We have the final player that has joined up. And as soon as I get the okay, the go ahead, the thumbs up from the team captain, then we will get ready to go. As soon as he sits in his chair and gives me the thumbs up, just waiting for the R's from our team, from Affinity's team. And we are ready to go any second now. As soon as I see the R, which I did not see quite yet. I don't think I missed it. Nope, I did not miss it, so I'm still just waiting for those R's. Man, sometimes I think that this is the, it's the first week of doing this, maybe we're a little rusty. We're so focused in on the game. Oh, I'm just kidding, but finally CDRs get sent out from Smite, so just waiting for the response from Affinity, and as soon as they are, we will get going. Very quickly, I guess I will introduce the Affinity roster. So we have Android, Pinging, Omega, Flow, and Overpeak, and their coach being Mojo. Obviously, I guess I didn't introduce my our coach, Smite's coach, that being good old Coach Ben, and we are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into some Valorant. Looking at this comp, we see Evan and Atlee very quickly going for the double duelist. Evie going for the Gecko, making a little bit of a return. This is something we haven't seen from her a lot. Eric hovering over Omen. And we're going to see Lynn, old reliable, going for the Cypher. And Affinity is already locked. They are ready to go. And Smite is all locked, and a very quick countdown as we see Android on Raze, Pinging on Breach, Omega on Gecko, or Mega OMG, oh my gosh, I'm dumb, on Gecko, Flow on KJ or Killjoy, and Overpeak on Omen. So pretty similar comps here, and actually we're seeing a double initiator comp come out from actually, no, we're seeing a double smoke comp, excuse me, come out from Affinity, which obviously we're seeing the double duelist comp come out from Smite. So Smite definitely going to take a little bit more of an aggressive comp here. Obviously going to want to set this lead early, give themselves a nice lead on attack. On defense, they're going to have to do their best to play together, to be patient, as Affinity's comp is definitely a little bit more defense heavy. So this is a game that really could go either way. This is almost one of those games where you're seeing the comps kind of counter each other. Obviously, we're seeing some similarities. We see the Raze, we see the Gecko, and we see the Omen, all three of those being the same on both teams. But a couple key factors here that could really dictate the play. And it looks like we might see a little slow push into A here. Don't see any util. Eric's going to lead the charge. Evan going to quickly get in front of him as well. What a huge shot there. Combination from Evan and Eric as they find the Omen. And a bunch of util getting dumped out onto A site here. Clearing it. Eric is going to go down, drop. Doesn't see anybody. Evan's going to find another. Eric, we could see the TP up, and he is going to go. He's going to teleport into smoke here. The Raze drone avoids him. Evan finds a third. Eric finds his first. And Evie finds the final kill of the round to give Smite the early 1-0 advantage. Looks like here we could be seeing the 5-stack C here. Looks like Eric gonna fake teleport there. Evan gonna pick up the ult point. He's gonna lead the charge. We're gonna see the grenade and the gecko blind and the Reyna blind all come out at the same time. Evan gonna rocket jump. Don't know if he wanted to get up top a C there, or if he maybe whiffed that a little bit, but does have the Bucky. Gonna try and rat this corner, finds the gecko. Atlee finding one as well. Evie finding one.
One enemy remaining.
Eric finding one. And it looks like here a 5v1. Evan gonna run him down with the Bucky and clean up the round. 2-0 for Smite. And this is the kind of lead that Smite wants to get really early on. They want to be able to build up their confidence, build up this lead. Affinity is a team that you can never count them out of it, and two, they can come back at any time. And if Smite gets cold, gives them a chance to come back, Affinity will absolutely take those chances and turn the game around very quickly. And it looks like here we could see a little bit of a slow push A. We're going to see some util come out, the blind and the breach util. And we're going to see the flash there from breach as well. All of breach's util getting dumped onto that A. Looks like here we could see the rotate. No, actually they might fake it and they might still hunker down A. See the gecko blind as well. No, we are going to see the full rotate. And now Affinity at this point has such low util that Smite has the advantage. They're just able to util dump this site to take it over. We see a bunch come out. KJ does find Evan though. KJ finds Atlee as well. Evie is able to pick up the trade.
I have retrieved the spike.
Eric falls. A 2v4, Evie on 1 HP. This is not where you want to be. Luckily, Spike is down, but both of them are covering the same angle. And at this point, Evie's kind of stuck. Lynn falls, and Evie goes down as well. And Affinity are going to take that round, making it 2-1. Maybe a little bit of caster curse, but as predicted, you cannot give this Affinity Esports roster any opportunities because they will take advantage of it.
You're up. Stay safe. We're going back in.
This is a nice spot.
It looks like here we could see a 5-stack B. I would anticipate here, especially because Evan has all. This is we could see a very quick push, him on Bucky as well. Yes, we do anticipate not only a quick push, but also Evan using his all here. Actually going a little slower than I was expecting. A bunch of util comes out and we see the rocket launcher. Evan tries to find one, can't find anybody though. Has to just shoot it, doesn't want to waste it. Fortunately, doesn't pick up a kill. Evan sees two with the Bucky. He's able to land one shot, but doesn't pick up a kill. Bunch of util goes. Evie falls to KJ. And someone's got to be aware of door. Eric is able to secure KJ. Evan finds one as well. Atlee goes. Eric picks up the trade, though. Evan finds one. 3v1. Lynn is going to pick up the final kill of the round, making it 3-1 Smite. Luckily, a huge response there from Smite. Exactly what they needed, even though they dropped around to this Affinity roster, which again is very good by every means. They are a very good team. They were able to bounce back so quickly and again not give Affinity any chance for them to make this game level and to give them any momentum. Exactly the kind of response that Smite were looking for and that they needed to keep themselves in control. We're going to see a quick rocket jump there from Evan as he's going to clear all the way over to door. Evan thought he saw someone in that corner. bunch of Utah coming out here. Like we could potentially see a B push, and Evie's gonna fall first. But Evan's able to pick up KJ. He finds another. What a flick. Eric finds one as well. B site's clear. Can they get spiked? They do. Lynn has it. Can she make it there? She does get through door. And now with her teammates, she's going to be able to plant spike B site. And Evan in their spawn, trying to find any rotates. Atlee finds one. And Atlee here actually going to fall. Lynn going to stay in her cage. Has Eric there to support her. Evan coming up as well. Shots are going to come through the smoke. Breach does not have a lot of time. And Eric going to find the final kill. And I want to go back because I keep second guessing myself, but Breach is an initiator. We're seeing a double initiator comp, not a double smoke comp. I just, I second guessed myself. I didn't trust my gut. It's a couple times that happened today, but, mistakes are made. You learn from them. You clean them up. Looks like we are going to see another 5-stack A. Last time we saw this, we saw Evan go really quick, and we are going to see him go quick. He's able to avoid the Breach stun. And is able to avoid the ult too. The Raze ult doesn't find anybody. That's a massive miss for Smite. Evan, unfortunately, is only able to find one, but gets so much intel for his team. The Breach ult, though, that's insane. Finds so many. Eric falls. Atlee falls. 2v3, though. This is still doable for Smite. Luckily, they do have Spike, too. Lynn gonna try and hunker down just to see if she can find anybody. Full flank. Evie gonna get on the site here. Destroys the turret. But unfortunately, the KJ util goes off, so now they know that they're on C.
You should run.
Spike is down. We are seeing the KJ ult come through.
Last player standing.
And just like that, the Breach and the Omen combine to find the final 2 kills of the round. And Affinity bring it back, making it 4-2.
All right, homies, chill.
A very good game here overall. Everyone playing their part. Obviously, you have to shout out Evan and Eric, as those guys are making sure that they are doing everything that they can to keep Smite in this game. Everybody else still kind of warming up, obviously still into these early parts of the game. And players like Atlee, Evie, and Lynn are players that can turn it around at any moment. Just need a single round to pop off, and they're right back in the running. And we're going to see Evan here actually fake A. We're going to see a very slow push C here. And Evie's able to find one. We expect Evie to kind of lead this charge, especially with the blind here. We could see the combination blind. No, Evie's just going to throw Dizzy ahead. Doesn't see anybody. And the KJ's not set up. Spike is going to be able to go down. Dizzy gets picked up. Spike down C. And nobody from Smite's taken a drop of damage yet. Affinity down a player. This is an uncomfortable position for them. Atlee gonna fall from main. Or I guess from their main, from their spawn side. A lot of stuff going on site. Eric falls. Evan falls. Lynn falls. Evie falls. And Affinity are able to take the round, making it 4-3. And this is exactly what I talked about. Now Affinity have that positive momentum. Now they're starting to build up. And Smite cannot lose this round. If they do, and they allow Affinity to make this game level, it is going to be scary for them.
You on the other side?
This goes here.
Looks like here we tried to fake A again,
There.
but Eric went quick. And now Smite having the disadvantage here. And we're going to see the A push here, or the C push, excuse me. The KJ util does go off, buying Affinity some time. And now Smite in a little bit of a limbo here, a little bit of no man's land. Can't quite decide what they want to do. Looks like Evan here could be calling the rotate, potentially to be. Don't decide to go through door, are going to go the long way.
Seconds left.
And a bunch of util comes out. Evan gonna rocket jump into sight. Evan finds one. Ali can't pick up the kill.
Spike down. Team.
Evie's in smoke, but she's taking some damage. She is gonna fall. Evan's gonna ult, but he doesn't find the raise.
Last player standing.
Out of charge.
10 seconds left.
And Evan falls. Affinity tie the game up. 4-4.
They want to dance? I'll leave.
And now this game, even though it's tied, starts to become scary for Smite.
Break them.
This is a Smite team that has been hungry for a win against Affinity. We're going to see Evan with a quick rocket jump. He sees so many. He is able to find Raze.
Go get him, buddy.
He sees two. He finds one. Unfortunately, Breach picks him off. Lynn able to pick up the other. So much util coming out. Eric able to find one. It's a 3v1. Can they secure the round? Lynn's gonna fall, but Atlee gonna pick up the final kill, giving Smite a little bit of positive momentum back in their favor. So much action, so much util, so many kills going on so quickly that round. And that is what Smite needed.
Let's see how it goes.
We're going to see Eric here teleport across. We actually see the Gecko blind come through, and it finds, I believe, at least 4, if not all 5. And Atlee did pop the Empress ult here, the Rain ult. Gecko almost got the ult off, luckily destroyed the last second. Evan just running it down, finds one. Atlee, even though he has the ult, is playing a little more defensively. That's kind of surprising from him. Typically, he loves to challenge with his ult. But as I say that, we see Evan and Evie combined to both find one, and Atlee goes. Who's going to swing the Omen? Someone wants it. Eric falls as well. Spike is down. At this point, Smite can just sit. Evan finds a third. Can he find 4?
Right there.
And he does, giving his team Smite the round. 6-4.
You say something? Sorry, ear's still ringing.
And ladies and gentlemen, Affinity need a timeout. And Smite have to be feeling better about themselves, even though they were unfortunately did drop a couple rounds, were able to pick it back up and steal those rounds back, taking away all of that momentum back from Affinity and giving it to themselves. And now Coach Ben in their ears, giving them some tips, some tricks, and finally some advice on what they can do to continue to control and dominate this game as they look for their first win over this Affinity roster. And just like that, timeout over, back into Valorant we go. 6-4. We have 3 ults on the side of Smite. We expect to see at least one this round. Evan has been ult happy. Anytime he gets it, he uses it. But we do have to mention the Breach on Affinity does have their ult as well. And last time Breach had ult and used it, it was massive. Evan almost dives into the stun. He does get flashed. Luckily, he is able to stay alive. Lynn picks up a kill. Evan does use the ult and is able to find Gecko. Smite have a 5-3 advantage. A bunch of shots go through the box. A little trade goes on. It's still 4-2. Smite still have the advantage. Can they secure the round? We're going to see some go through tree here. We see the double blind.
Spike wings.
Spike down. We see Eric use his smoke. And the other Omen smokes off. And unfortunately, Eric can't pick up the kill, but Atlee is able to pick up the trade for him. Just gonna hunker down onto site here. And Atlee is able to pick up the 3K and secure the round for Smite. 7-4.
Last round in the half.
Time to spend this cash.
Last round before the swap, before Smite become the defenders and Affinity become the attackers. This is where ults matter. If you don't use them, you don't got them after the swap. So we anticipate to see at least Lynn's ult here if she can use it. And potentially a cheeky ult here from Eric as well. And he's going to use it early. He's going to go all the way to backside B. Eric is able to find one. Let's see if he can find more. Gonna blind. Doesn't see anybody. Gonna drop a smoke here. Gonna allow his team to go B uncontested. A couple trades going on. Unfortunately, Lynn Falls isn't able to use the ult. And Evie gets caught out as she planting Spike.
Round B.
The Gecko grenade comes out. Evan's going to take some damage from it. Doesn't die, though. Evan and Eric need to combine here. Evan is able to find one. It's a 2v2. Some blinds and smokes coming out from Eric.
There.
They know where KJ is.
I have to
Evan's going to be able to pick up Spike. Can he get plan off? He's going to tap to fake it.
one enemy remaining.
Eric finds one. They know where KJ's at. Someone just has to swing her. Or are they going to plant?
Left.
Eric's going to try and fake the teleport. Eric needs to be aware. KJ might rotate a little bit. We see the smoke come down. This time we're going to see the teleport go off. They switch spots here as Evan has more health.
Last player standing.
Eric falls. It's a 1v1. And Evan can't get out. And Spike is going to get defused. And Affinity are going to steal that round back, making it 7-5 as we switch sides.
You should run. Switching sides.
If they try something.
And we are seeing some sportsmanship in the chat. We love that. Obviously, these teams, even though they are competitive with each other, they always have a good time playing against one another.
That goes there.
We're going to see Lynn here with some cheeky lineups as she finds it.
This is a nice spot. That goes there. Yes, this should do.
We do expect here to see some util combination. We don't see anything yet as Lynn gets a bunch of intel because of her cam, and we see the smoke come off as well from the Affinity Omen. Lynn buys her team so much time here. Smokes, cages, camera still has not been destroyed. And we anticipate a rotate here from Affinity. Evan still hunkering A, and he can't find the kill on KJ. And now A site uncontested, but Lynn sees 1C. Atlee gonna lead the charge going back to A site. Evie does find 1C, and it looks like they hunkered C. Lynn, I don't know if she landed any of those shots. Potentially, though, could have marked one of them for damage. Can she find the Gecko kill? She does. Does go down to 25 health, but makes it level player-wise for her team.
Feeling sight.
Eric and Atlee here try to combine. Lynn falls.
Last player
Atlee falls. Eric's got a lot of work to do, and he can't do it. And Affinity bring it another round back. 7-6.
Feel the strain. Lock it out, Omen.
I need this.
And we're going to see the 2-1-2 split here. We do see the KJ grenade come through here on C site. Door has not been opened. The Omen from Affinity as well plants the smoke there. But Eric falls. Lynn tries to find a kill but can't. She has to back up and wait for her team. Grenades going out from both directions. Evie can't pick up the kill there. She's going to float the grenade. And now Smite got a lot of work to do. Oh, what good shots there from Atlee as he picks up the Omen. Does take quite a bit of damage himself, though. Lynn's going to fall to raise.
Last player standing.
Evan falls as well. Atlee is able to find a second. If he could do this, it would be crazy. Atlee trying to find people, can't find anybody. Is able to find a third. Picks up a stinger. Both are behind the mound. And unfortunately, Atlee tries his best, but cannot secure the round, making it 7-7.
Don't any of you forget that.
And this game has been back and forth and is crazy so far. Smite need to dig deep if they can come back and take this momentum away from Affinity again. Doesn't look like we have any contact yet. We are going to see the smoke come out here from the opposition Omen. And Eric is going to find one with the judge. Eric ratting a little bit here with the judge. Someone just tries to swing this corner. They are gonna pay the price. We see the Gecko grenade come through on C, and now we're seeing the Raise grenade.
Why destroyed?
We see another Omen smoke come through. Will we see the C push?
30 seconds left.
And it looks like we're going to see the rotate all the way over to A. Luckily, Evan's still there. Can he find the KJ? He can't. He's unable to get out of the breach stun. Evie able to find KJ, though. Allie's going to fall. Evie picks up another. Evan picks up his kill for the round.
Out of charges.
And Evie picks up the 3K. And the defuse gives Smite the advantage again. 8-7.
Need a drop. Let's make some
Yet again, we're going to see the 2-1-2 split. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And actually, here we're going to see the over the waterfall busy blind from Evie here. Doesn't find anybody. And it looks like they could be A here. Eric with the judge. He is able to teleport out. We saw the Gecko ult. Evie falls first, but Eric picks up the trade. Evan falls next. Ali finds one. Can't find the second. And Lynn gets killed from behind, killed from flank. And Eric can't pick up the kill on KJ, which allows the rest of Affinity to collapse him, and they take the round 8-8. This game is so close, back and forth, but Affinity have yet to take the advantage. That could be what makes or breaks this game for them. And for Smite, they have been able to, every single time the game gets tied up, to take the round and the advantage and put it back in their favor. Is that what Smite need to secure a win over this team? We see a bunch of util come out C here. Camera is still up, so Lynn gets so much information. And we see the breach all come out, and it does hit her. Can she pick up a kill? Evie's there. Decides to wait, though. And Lynn and Air are going to fall quick. Evie has to ult here to try and buy her team a way back into it. Ult does not go off, and she goes down. Ali finds one. Evan finds another. Ali finds a second.
Last player standing.
Evan falls. Ali's got a lot of work to do, but he's full health. And the Empress ult. He's going to tap here. Baits out the breach stun. Oh, and Ali whiffs when he needed not to. And unfortunately, Affinity, for the first time this game, are going to take the advantage, making it 9-8. And I know that has to hurt Atlee's ego. It has to hurt his mental. That is not where he wanted to be. Obviously, having quite a bit to do there in a 1v2.
Reloading.
But any moment like that when you lose your team the round is a bit of a shot. And now, Smite need to dig deep for the first time this game and bring it back as Affinity have all the positive momentum. And Evan gets blinded and falls quickly. Atlee's on an island here at A by himself. Luckily, his team does finally make it to him for the support. Atlee can't find any shots. He whips every single one. And Glenn goes down as well. And now Eric and Evie, a 2v5. Man, do they have a lot of work to do. Evie finds one, though.
Planted.
Spike is down. Is Evie going to try and pick up the gun? He can't. And just like that, Affinity make it 10-8.
Retry the same old tricks.
And Smite aren't fully, but I know that they're getting backed up closer and closer to this wall.
Okay.
And they need to figure it out, and it needs to be now. You cannot let Affinity build too much of a win against you.
Goes there.
We heard a bunch of gunshots early on there. I'm not really sure where they came from. And it looks like your Affinity could be pushing C.
Camera is destroyed.
Ham is down. Lynn is there. Evie finally joins her. Lynn gonna throw out a cage. Leaves a little bit of a crack. And Gecko is able to find the kill. And now we're gonna see the KJ all come through here for Affinity. And is gonna stall out Smite. And we anticipate that Spike is gonna be planted.
Spike planted.
No, actually, it's not. There it goes. But Evan and Atlee fall. And now, yet again, Evie and Eric have a lot of work to do. Evie finds one. Evie finds two. They saw Raze. Evie gonna blind out here. The fuse is coming.
Last player standing.
Eric falls. Evie finds three. She finds four. But can't find the Raze. And Affinity are going to take the round. Make it 11-8. And just like that, Smite need a timeout. And you can tell the nerves, the stress, everything is getting to Smite at this point. They're so close. They can taste their first victory against Affinity, but Affinity has bounced back and has turned it against them. And Smite, they need to dig deep. They need to lock in. They need to do something, anything to turn the game around, to put momentum back in their favor, and to start to take rounds off of Affinity yet again. Coach Ben chirping in their ears, giving them as much as possible. And just like that, a quick 60-second timeout is over, and we are back to Valorant. And it looks here like we're gonna see a bit of a save. Gonna play for last round. That is scary being in this position from Smite. Obviously, then your backs are against the wall. We see some pings B. Evie and Eric, the first two there. I think Dizzy actually got shot out of the air there. But there was one B. Eric saw the omen. No one on cam yet. And a bunch of util gets dumped on Eric. He's able to stay alive though. But unfortunately, he's in that Gecko grenade. Takes a lot of damage. And he's going to fall to Gecko. Affinity going to take the advantage this round.
Spike planted.
And a quick 2 for Affinity as they make it another 5-2 round. Ali called with it, not his gun not out, but is able to secure the kill. He's going to pick up the Vandal.
Reloading.
Evan going to rocket jump out, but the trade does come through. Ali has a lot to do, but he does have 3. Can he find the ace? Can he win this team the round? He's going to tap here. He's unfortunately does get blind, but he finds the 4th. He finds the ace. And Atlee secures the round for Smite.
Hey. Bow before me.
Wow, what a round from Atlee. What individual work rate as he secures his team the round and brings Smite right back into it as they're going to feed off of all of that positive energy, all of that momentum, and now is their time to give Affinity some of their own medicine. Sorry, my mind went blank there for a second. Evan finds 2 quickly. He can't find the 3rd though. But Smite still has a number advantage here and 4 ults. They just need to play this together. And Evie falls. And we see Atlee use the Reyna ult, the Empress, as he does find one.
Hey. One enemy remaining.
Lynn finds one as well. A 3v1 here. And Atlee can just sit with the spike in his vision. And it looks like the Omen could have went C. Actually, we might see the Omen ult here onto Spike. There it is. And he wasn't able to get it.
Shadows traveling.
10 seconds left.
And Smite are able to secure the round. Again, 10-11. We could see overtime.
Can I get a drop?
Three ults this round. Still on the side of Smite. We only saw one get used last round. Evan a single kill away from his ult too. And it looks like they could be C. Evan gonna hunker down on A. Lynn gonna find one. Gonna use her ult. Eric falls. Evie's able to find one. Can they combine to find Breach? Such a long round. These rounds feel like hours, but they're merely just
30
seconds.
left.
There. Reloading. Careful now.
And all three are C, and now Smite can just take their time and play together. And we're gonna see the Gecko ult come out from Evie.
Spike planted.
Does find the other Gecko.
Buried.
Lynn finds one.
One enemy remaining.
Lynn finds two, and Evan picks up the final kill of the round, making it 11-11.
Mine.
Smite tie up the game, making it 11-11. And they still have two ults. But ladies and gentlemen, Affinity need another timeout. And a crazy couple rounds there from Smite as they force not only the timeout, but also the game to be tied. Wow. Affinity have to cool themselves down if they want to be able to handle the force that Smite has been. And ever since Ali locked in, got all of that momentum on his back, he has been the game changer. He has been the force to be reckoned with. And Smite now as a team look completely different than they looked a few rounds ago. And just like that, the 60-second timeout is over, and we are back to Valorant.
Inside.
We don't see any blinds come out, and we hear the C-com. And it looks like they're committing quick. And Evan does have ult here. We could see him use it, especially to get his team back in the game. Eric finds the first kill of the round, and now we're going to see some utils start to come out. Lynn finds one as well. We do see the ult come through from Evan, but it doesn't find anybody. But he does find one. And there's only one left, but Spike is down.
Cage triggered.
And Smite spaced out, but watching A main and making sure that picking up this spike and a plant does not come through, but they have to wait a long 35 seconds.
Seconds left.
Everybody hunkered down. Lynn on a little bit of a split here as she is watching another angle that the KJ could potentially come from. And KJ swings out, but Atlee finds the kill and gives Smite the advantage, 12-11. And if Smite can win this round, they take the game.
This is a nice spot. This goes here.
and might have to be feeling amazing about how they've been playing. We're going to see the jump peek from Evan. Doesn't see anybody A main. Looks like Affinity could be going for a little bit of a slow push, as we do see KJ on C. And we see the enemy KJ all come through. Eric tries to find a wallbang with the Odin. Can't find anybody. He's going to be able to TP out of the ult. Does have a Vandal he's able to pick up as well. Spike is going to go down C here. And as long as Smite plays smart, retake, they can win this round. Spike is down. And it's not C. A little bit of a fake. I think it's A. Doesn't look like anybody is drop. As Smite starts to run, and a trade comes through. Evan can't jump out of the ult, but so many kills come through. Who can pick up the final one? Evie does it! And the fuse comes through, giving Smite their first ever win against this Affinity roster. Wow, wow, wow. I cannot say enough about how crazy of a game that was for Smite. Wow, I'm shocked. And I'm up here casting. I'm not even playing the game. Wow. Oh my gosh. What emotions have to be going through for all of these players. And the great thing about our streams, ladies and gentlemen, is now we get to talk to a couple of them. And it looks like we might have the IGL himself come up first. Evan, how are you feeling after that game?
Pretty good. Pretty close game. We wanted to think that they had a chance. Had to let the game go on a little bit longer.
Yeah,
definitely
had to make him feel good, you know.
Yeah, we had to turn him a little bit, but definitely a couple things we need to work on. But other than that, I mean, it was really good. Other than the first half, I don't know. I feel like we could have definitely one more rounds on attack than we did. But
yeah, and honestly, just a crazy game overall. And I want to ask you, Smite maintained that advantage for a long time, right? I don't think Affinity actually took the lead until it was like 10-9 or 9-8 or something. So at that point, as a team, what are you guys doing to make sure that you're staying calm and collected, knowing that this is only one round, we can absolutely come back, which you eventually did?
yeah, definitely that was making sure our buys were on, trying to communicate noise, util, and trying to keep Atlee's mental in check.
Yes.
He can sway sometimes, but definitely after the AC, he swayed in the other way.
Yes, absolutely.
So that was good.
So, and I want to talk about, Stream didn't get to hear it, but I got to hear it. You guys are down. They Affinity's on 11 rounds, and you call for a save. And you guys, I believe, did end up winning that round, so it didn't matter that much. But playing for final round as the IGL, what's going through your mind to make a call like that and to trust in your team?
It was, I believe we had an ult or two maybe, and I figured, well, it was Penguin couldn't buy, and I don't think Lynn could buy, so we just decided that it would be better to save and half buy, and I believe I bought a Guardian or a Stinger, and we were able to use those guns and kind of transfer kills over and just kind of snowball that round.
Yeah, absolutely. And finally here, obviously, you mentioned a little bit, but mental being such a huge part of these close games, you know, players being able to swing in both directions. What are you and realistically the rest of the team doing to make sure that in these long, grindy games, you guys are still locked in?
Trying to make jokes. I was doing that to Atlee, so that definitely got his mental up. Just picking fun of people. Like, the game was over. It was the round where the Omen was stalling the clock, and I yelled at Atlee, and I said, so he's behind him. He lost it, so it's the stuff like that, trying to keep everybody happy, and it definitely is a lot easier when you're winning.
Yes.
But you definitely need to find, light in the darkness, like when you're losing games.
Absolutely. Well, Evan, congratulations on a insane game. What a win. Hopefully, this kind of foretells the future a little bit, but we will absolutely get to see you back up in the booth here in the near future, and I'll let you go celebrate.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, it looks like I'm going to have Evie come up next. She makes her way up into the booth.
Hello, hello.
All right, Evie, talk to me a little bit about how you're feeling after that game.
Pretty great. It definitely felt like a roller coaster for sure, but we're feeling good, feeling good.
Yeah, absolutely. And those long and grindy games are always tough, Obviously, especially with timeouts, they feel like hours long. What are you doing to kind of keep yourself cool and calm and collected to make sure that you're ready to go back in either the next round or as soon as that timeout is over?
Knowing that we've played Affinity before, this is not a team that we haven't seen play before, and we know it is a roller coaster with them, and they're a hard team to play against. So knowing that things can change in a round, so just keeping calm, making sure our team we're still communicating, comms are up, making sure we're all talking, and honestly just figuring out our plays, making sure we're communicating those.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw you guys take not a huge advantage, but a bit of an advantage going into halftime. I believe the score was 6-4 or 6-5 or something like that. You guys definitely had a little bit.
7-5, I believe.
Yeah, you might be right. Definitely having a little bit of an advantage there. And realistically, that was kind of the story of the game. You guys would get an advantage, and then Affinity would tie it up. And in those moments, what are you guys trying to do to not let them take over that advantage?
Just kind of figuring out how they're playing, especially since we lost our pistol round and then the round after. We were just trying to figure out how their attack style is going to be. They definitely split up a lot, so just knowing that we need to stick our sights better and making sure we're communicating when pushes are actually happening.
Yeah, absolutely. And finally here, I asked Evan a similar question, but mental being such a huge part of these games, was there any struggles tonight? Was there anything you were hoping could have done a little bit better mentally that maybe could have won you guys an extra round or two?
Mentality was kind of down during a round before Atlee got his ace. Once Atlee got his ace, we all were so hyped and ready to keep going. It kind of changed the game for us, and I think we just need to make sure we don't get in those situations where we do feel like we're down and don't, because we're not always going to get an ace to get us back up in the game, right?
Yes.
So just working on making sure our mentality is good, even if we don't have those game-winning plays.
Absolutely. Well, Evie, thank you so much for your time up here.
Thank you.
Obviously, hopefully this win kind of foretelling the future a little bit, and I know we'll get to see you more back up in the booth in just a few short weeks. So congratulations again, and I'll let you go back to celebrating.
Thank you.
All right, it looks like I am going to have Lynn come up to the booth next. She makes her way up here. Lynn, welcome up to the booth. And
Hey.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great.
Absolutely. So I have to ask about it. You went from dealing with school, dealing with your injury, going on vacation, that kind of stuff, to coming back last week and finding a win. And then second week back, and you guys have a grindy battle.
Yeah.
What does that mean for you as a player?
Honestly, I'm just glad to be back and then back on my mojo from vacation and back on the Valorant grind, because sometimes you could get really out of it and you just don't want to play anymore, and you get so tilted that you just stop playing. But sometimes that break helped. I took a break and that helped me so much to lock back in and rank back up.
Absolutely. And I think that those breaks, they speak wonders about what they can do for a player. And I want to ask you a little bit more about that break and just kind of that refreshment that you come into the game, I guess, back with when you do take an extended break.
Yeah, I mean, I've taken multiple breaks from every video game ever that I've ever played, just because sometimes you get so tilted that you just don't want to play the game ever again. But Valorant means a lot to me because I've been playing it ever since I got a laptop back in 2023. It's been a great game for me to play with my friends, and so it's nice when I come back from a break and my friends are there to play with me as well. Even if I don't have my friends there and I'm just playing alone, it's nice to get back into the mojo and like really like taking that break helps like focus your mental and like even help me with my aim.
Yes, absolutely. And finally, I know we've talked about it in the future or in the past, but future things coming up for you. Obviously, potentially, I believe your last season with us. Hoping to go out with a bang. Can I get anything about what kind of the storyline for this season means to you?
Well, I mean, we beat Affinity today, and that means so much to me because we've gotten rolled by them in the past, and so it feels great to win, even if I might have, bottom frag, but that doesn't matter.
Don't matter. Don't matter up here, chat.
But it means a lot. I'm just glad to be here to be able to support my team and, hopefully go out with a bang and maybe even a win this season.
Yes, absolutely. Well, and congratulations. I know we'll see you up in the booth again, and I will let you get back to celebrating, but thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right. And up next, the GOAT, the momentum player himself, Atlee. Welcome up into the booth. And how are you feeling after that match?
Oh, great. I think it went very well.
Yeah, I agree. And, up here, you know how it is. We ask the cutthroat questions up here, Atlee. We heard from your IGL, you're struggling a little bit, and then you got the ace. What did that ace mean to you?
It just gave me a little bit of an ego boost, made me feel better, and then, it made me feel more confident, so I was able to swing more.
Absolutely. And I want to talk about momentum as well. So obviously you being the huge momentum player with getting that ace, what does it mean to you that you're able to make those kinds of momentum plays that the rest of your team can then feed off of?
I mean, it feels great. But yeah, I knew if we didn't win that round, we would be on a save and then, more than likely lose the game. But, yeah.
Absolutely. And finally, Atlee, I want to talk a little bit about you guys really battled. Most of the time, you guys were able to keep that advantage in your favor. Obviously, Affinity was only able to tie it until they finally took the lead there at the very end. What did that mean for you guys, not only mentally, but also momentum-wise, to continue to dig deep and battle back and to not let them take that lead from you?
Yeah, I mean, it's very important to keep your ego up, and it's always nice to be ahead or tied. You feel more confident, so that helps out a lot.
Absolutely. Well, Atlee, thank you so much for your time up here. Congratulations on your win. And I know we'll get to see you more up in the booth in the near future. So I will let you get back to celebrating. But again, thank you and congratulations.
All right, thank you.
All right, the final player of the team. We get to talk to him all tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because that was a monumental game. Eric, a.k.a. Penguin, welcome to the booth. And how are you feeling, brother?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing great. Obviously we just got to see some top tier Valorant, and I want you to talk to me a little bit about what it felt to you to play in a game that has so much history.
I mean, personally for me, it's just realizing how much of a learning curve that I need to really take in, because some of these people that have been playing since beta, and I don't think many people know, I only started about less than a year ago. I've been playing for only about 10 months. And just having to adapt really fast has made it somewhat difficult because I haven't had time to learn some of the fundamentals, mainly consistency and making sure my aim is good. But I have been able to get them down to a point where if I'm doing my best, I can play at a high diamond, maybe even ascendant level. But if I'm not doing good, I'm at a gold.
Absolutely, and consistency is something that is to talk about in every game. It's not just Valorant; it's every single game. And I want to talk about, when it comes to you, what some of the stuff that you do to practice consistency and continue to improve in those things.
The main thing that I just worry about is making sure that I have a plan on how to get out of a situation. Because I've noticed most of the times that we saw there on, like, I think it was one of the rounds, they did a late push on B, and I got caught up in my paranoia. If I reacted fast enough, my plan would have been to back off, paranoia, and then just wait for my team. It was a really fast push and didn't expect it.
Yeah, absolutely, and things catch you off guard, sometimes, and that's what adapting is. It's being able to recognize those situations and make the quick calls. And nobody's perfect. Obviously, your mistakes are gonna happen. And you're gonna see things. Finally, Eric, I want to ask you about You've played with this team a lot. You know, obviously this is not the first season we've seen you with this team, but against a win, for a win against Affinity, what does that mean? As not the newcomer, but as someone that's newer in the roster.
I mean, that just shows that I still have a lot of potential. That if I continue practicing, I could possibly become like high ascendant as some of our top players.
Absolutely. Well,
So
Eric,
I got some spots to fill.
of course, I hear you. But congratulations on your victory tonight. I know we'll get to see you more back up in the booth in the near future. And thank you so much for your time, and I will let you get back to celebrating. All right. And now, finally, here comes my GOAT.
What's going on, party
stepping
people?
his way up to the mic, Coach Ben.
What's going on, everybody? How we doing?
Wow.
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 Wow, indeed. Wow for both teams.
Absolutely.
Wow for both teams.
You know how it is. We keep it a buck up here.
How it is.
Let's get the Nitro score.
Take a moment. Shout out Nitro. Shout out Colin for the return of the century.
Wow.
Drops 36 on him. Wow.
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 Nitro wins 14-12 in OT.
Wow. What a game from
What a
Nitro.
game from Nitro.
What a game from Smite.
What a game from Smite, indeed.
The first time taking a victory over Affinity. What does that mean for you as the coach of this team?
Pretty solid. I mean, first time in a little bit now that we've beaten Affinity. Affinity's definitely had the edge on us. Past couple times we played against them. I think our record with them is like 4-2 or something like that. So no, it definitely really good match. Really good feeling beating them tonight. Affinity is a great team to play against, honestly. And I've always said that, like, us playing Affinity, like, we always improve on so much, and like everybody's so competitive with it. And it's awesome. So super proud of the kids tonight.
Yeah, and some background development here is you've actually got to talk to some of the kids and some of the coaches over at Affinity. So what does kind of getting to know them on that deeper level mean for you as the coach, and mean going into these insanely competitive matches?
Yeah, no. It was also like Affinity, was kind enough to have me on and to kind of talk to some of their kids on a panel and stuff like that. And I got to meet some of their Val kids and their Val coach, and it was a super awesome experience. Really, really great people over there. And that's a relationship I want to continue to keep building with them because, again, they are just awesome to play against. And again, the competitiveness that we have with one another is just awesome to really see. Like, as a coach, just standing there watching the kids go at it, like it's awesome. So.
And finally, I want to ask about, for Smite at least, this kind of could potentially predict the future. Obviously Affinity, that game can go either way, but realistically, you guys are probably going to play them again next week, and then probably going to play them in the finals. So what tweaks, what adjustments, what last minute calls are you making to make sure that this result does repeat itself?
Yeah, for sure. I like to do a little bit of VOD reviewing here and there, on my free time.
Of course.
And kind of just start playing it around some of the strats. They pulled out some stuff I wasn't used to tonight that we typically really haven't played against.
Yeah.
So, obviously the timeouts tonight that we utilize, we're kind of breaking that down for the kids, saying, all right, this is kind of how they're approaching our situation. This is how we need to navigate around it. So, looking at stuff like that, kind of just getting the kids prepared. Again, we have 2 weeks till playoffs.
Yep.
So, we could face them again next week in case, something happens. But realistically, I think we go to grand finals with them, and we duke it out.
Absolutely.
Duke it out, see what happens.
Well, Coach Ben, congratulations on 2 insane victories tonight.
Absolutely.
And of course, I know we'll get to talk to you more up in the booth, so I will definitely let you get back to celebrating.
Oh, yeah.
But thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That is going to be it for us here at Valhallan Camp Hill. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the craziness that we witnessed tonight. I know I did. But from myself, Coach Christian, and from everybody here at Valhallan Camp Hill, thank you guys so much, and good night, everybody.